Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to school. I have new things for you. So let me just show you the packets. I have Silas's here. You're getting 4 packets. The first one will be math, and there are lots of materials in there, worksheets. I've also included in everybody's packet some linking cubes, some of these math boards, and a packet of problems. So you remember how to do that at school. Those will be for you to practice, and I do want you to do practice with those. There are also some dimes. We're going to be doing some of the with our blue and white sheet, and you can just make one of those, counting numbers together using our own store. And I have some sticky notes for you to make some store items so you can save containers. If you would like to have a toy store, just put your prices on your toys and make yourself a store and keep that together. We'll be practicing that over the next few weeks. And there's a new wipe-off marker in there. And there are 3 sets of flashcards for you to practice. And there's a lot of worksheets. Just do one a day. Don't do even both sides. Just do one a day so we can get them to last. That will be your math folder. Then there's writing and spelling. There's extra spelling pages in there that are the kind we use inside the folder. And there's more writing paper, and just save that for a little while. There's an Easter basket project for you to do this week. And then there's a whole packet of books. And I tried to pick books for you that you might like. I got some different things in there, and there are 2 book report sheets, and you can do those whenever that works for you. So those are the packets. Let me put these over here. And we're going to start like we always do with our calendar. Now, boys and girls, you're going to do April. I've given you in your math folder the April and the May sheet. So put those inside yourself or have your parents help you and do April 2020. And remember, we don't just start at the end, we start on the day. It will be Wednesday, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and stop there. Today is April 7th, and then you're going to do 121 on our how many days we have been in school. So just write 121, make sure you do that. And then there will be copy work, and that's what I sent home in the letter to your parents. It's part of Psalm 121, so I want you to do that. It will be in the notes your parents can read. Now, every day we're going to do math on the board like we did at school, where you would go to the board and I say, okay, let's add 2 to an odd number. So we would go like this. We would do, let me get this right here. I want it to be all the way in. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to add 2 and the plus sign and a line, and 2 with a plus sign and a line, and a 2 and a plus sign and a line. So I'm going to keep my space there for my answers. 1, 2, 3. Let me do 4, 5, 6, and then I'll do 7, 8, and 9. Now I'm going to finish these problems. I'm adding 2. Oops, I said I was going to add 2 to an odd number. So anyway, that's what I want you to do. We don't need to do the 4 and the 2 and the 6 because we're adding to the odd numbers. We don't need to do the 8, and we'll add to the 9. Now, 1 plus 2, that's 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. And 9 plus 2 is 11. So that's what you will practice today. And just do the odd numbers. Remember them. You can find them on your 100 chart. If that is a little too hard for you to remember, just practice finding them on your 100 chart. Now I'm going to move this because we're going to practice one more addition, and this time I'm going to put it on my chart right here in the middle. We're going to add 0. So let's add 0 to all the numbers. 1 plus 0, this is easy. Just make sure you remember all of these easy problems. We're just going to practice. Anytime you add 0 to a number, you get the same answer. So go ahead and do that on your wipe-off board or on a piece of paper, and just add it and go all the way up to 10, but you can go all the way up to 20. You just go ahead and practice that. Okay, now when you're done doing those things, I'm going to show you how to do something else. And you remember those sheets that we had where we made receipts, and we had our dimes and our pennies, and we had prices. So these are the prices that you are going to put on whatever is in your store, and I gave you sticky notes. Now you can't just pick any number you want, because I want you to add 2 numbers together that will work with the dimes and pennies. So you will get a chance today to prepare your store, and then make sure that you can have a piece of paper, and I'm going to point it down here, and I will go shopping. I'm going to add my tomatoes and my oatmeal, and my oatmeal is 32. So I always get my ruler and I divide my paper from the top to the bottom, and so I'm going to get 32. The first number, dimes. The second number, pennies. So let me get 3 dimes, because that's what it said. So I'll put 3 right here. And it had 2 pennies, so I will put the 2 pennies on the white side, and then I'm going to add it to my tomatoes, and the first number, 5, those are the dimes. I'll put them under the ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 pennies. 1, 2, 3. Now remember on your receipts, and those receipts will be in your math packet where we had 4 spaces, and you write them right in that receipt. So don't forget to do that. Now I have 3 and I have 5, and if I add them all together, and I would put the 3 and the 2 on the top part of my receipt, and the 5 and the 3 on the bottom part, then I would take my ruler off and I would put them all together. And you can put them in a way that is organized, or you just put them in a row. That's how we did it at school. We just lined them up, and then we counted them. And we did the same with the pennies, and that's how we added those numbers. 10, this is counting by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. And so that would be the total. So if I did that back up here, I'm just going to show you, because I have lots of work here that I want to show you. Here are the prices. Here are we adding a number and a 0. These are our spelling words, but let me make this receipt look like we had. So you can get that out of your math sheets. So I had something here. I had oatmeal, and I had tomatoes, and you can look on your, wherever it is, or you can ask how to spell it, or you can try to sound it out yourself. And my oatmeal was 32, so I put that right here. And my tomatoes were 53, and I put that right here. And I can put cents. And then that's when I make the total. And I make a box right here. And what was my total? Let's see if I can remember it again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. And that goes in that box right there. I spent 85 cents. And pretty soon we're going to go back and practice how to just put these numbers together. So make sure that you get your store set up today. This is a good day to get your store set up. You can use packages, boxes, toys. You can have a furniture sale. You can just put your spoons and forks and knives. You can sell those. You don't even have to collect containers. Just set up a store and you'll find your dimes. And I think you have pennies, and if not, you have paper pennies, which you can use and practice doing that. So every day we're going to do a little bit of math. Some days it will be this, some days it will be our counting boards, and you can also practice just one worksheet. Now, one last thing before we go, the spelling words are right here. Now, let me put a nice line right around that, so you can write these. The first thing you have to do, just write them. Write them on your wipe-off board, write them on a piece of paper. So let's read them. Let me get them right here. This, there, that, from, sit, and sitting. Now, boys and girls, in your spelling packet, I have put another set of letters. And that's because some words, when you spell them, they have a double letter. Not all of them. You don't always double it, but we do for the word sitting. We have to have two T's, so I've set another section in your writing, and your spelling folder has some more letters, so you can cut those out. So boys and girls, I'm not going to read today. I want you to do your copy work in your calendar and practice your math. I do want you to read. I have a whole bunch of books for you. You don't need to start writing. We're going to do some writing together. And I am going to come and drop these things off. So make sure you look on your front porch and wave to me if you can. And I will also remind you that today at 10 o'clock, Doug is doing a Mystery Science live lesson. So if you can remember to do that, do it. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think we'll be able to watch it later, even if we miss it at 10 o'clock. And I will have more things for you tomorrow. All right. I miss you. I love you. Bye-bye.